Grantchester is a near-perfect show. It's well-crafted, intriguing, and maybe most importantly, deals with real dark themes with a tact that's difficult to find. Those themes are what I'd like to focus on here, but not only on what Grantchester says about these issues, but on how it's said. For that, let's take a look at what serves as the foundation for the show's lofty ideas, the setting and production. Post-war England, just a few years after the war, is a breeding ground for social change. Changing ideas about race, sex, class, and God abound in Grantchester. All of that starts with the setting. But not to be outclassed, Grantchester's production lends its own hand in elevating the show's deeper themes. Much of Grantchester is shot with dark, deeply cast shadows, signifying the moral gray areas that the series deals with time and again. It also looks really cool. In contrast, absolutely beautiful shots of the surrounding countryside serve a dual purpose. They're functional, as extremely effective establishing shots, and they give us a reminder of how beautiful and peaceful life could be if only we didn't get in our own way. Sometimes I feel like the entire show is a reminder of that. Besides all the murder. Yes, the murders and the ensuing mysteries with carefully laid out clues for us to uncover are incredibly fascinating, but the dark heart is what we're really after. Without it, Grantchester would be little more than an engaging brain teaser. The dark heart is where we find the soul, the metaphor for life. Jazz punctuates the soundscape of Grantchester, periodically reminding the viewer of the changing times. The jazz, and whiskey for that matter, are brought to us by our charming protagonist, Sidney Chambers. Sidney provides a bridge between England's past and future. He's enveloped in the old, with his Iron Age profession and faith, and he bears the scars of a not-too-distant past. At the same time, Sidney isn't at all racist, sexist, or homophobic, and very much likes jazz, proving that he's way ahead of his time. In this way, he bridges the new and old, and it's through him that we're able to explore Grantchester's dark heart. What exactly makes up that dark heart? Well, there's the major theme of the first season, World War II and the deathly shadow it left behind, but there's really so much more that's touched on that I'm going to have to give you a big list. Alcoholism, homophobia, war, religion, sexism, classism, racism, and the death penalty are all spoken for in a big way. But I think there's one underlying theme that connects all the major storylines of the show. It's lying. Every major character starts off lying to themselves, to someone else, or in some way can't face the truth. Sidney can't face his wartime past. Amanda lies to herself about being in love. Geordie can't face his fear of losing a child. Leonard lies to cover up his sexuality. And Mrs. McGuire can't face the fact that, no, Ronnie's never coming home. And of course, over time, each of them faces their fear, stops lying to themselves, and comes out the other side stronger for it. We find out once again that the truth shall set you free. And then there's Gary Bell. This is the kind of nuance and tact that I'm talking about. I really did not expect Gary to die, although I'm realizing now that there was some pretty sweet foreshadowing with his last name. His death shows that in Grantchester, sometimes things just don't work out. Grantchester is one of the great ones, a show that says something interesting in an interesting way. And, like jazz, it's a metaphor for life. There's prejudice and murder, and even those with the best intentions can end up with everything taken from them. But if we ever manage to get out of our own way, it can also be beautiful. Thanks a lot for watching. You should be watching this on a brand new channel named whatever I end up naming it. My name's Kevin, and I'm definitely still learning how to make this kind of video, so if you have any feedback, please let me know. I'm going to have a lot of videos coming up talking about film, but also music and politics and technology, if I can pull that off. So if that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I'm really excited and really nervous about all this, but thanks again, and talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, folks.